Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'll be going over my most wanted champs in game. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. So first, I'm going to go from 12 to 1 so as to build up suspense. Gotta do suspense. Some of these may be released next year. I have no clue as to what is being released next year. I'll continue with my plan, and you will find out what exactly the plan is later in the video. So be sure to stick around for all of it. So at number 12 is Odin. People have been wanting him in game ever since Thor Ragnarok came out, I believe. He would encompass all the Asgardians, and he'd be just like a big character in the game, like Apocalypse is to mutants or Professor X to mutants, kind of that kind of thing. At number 11 is Kraven. In this whole video, you'll find a lot of the champions are from the Spider-Verse. I'm a big Spider-Verse fan, so deal with it. Kraven the Hunter, I've been working on him, just like kind of a character background, for a couple months. He's kind of, it says he's a villain, but in SpiderMan alternate reality, I think? Alien reality. He's made as a Spider-Man's sidekick, so that's kind of weird, but I mean, I'm probably going to put him as a villain overall, because that's usually what he is. Yeah, on to the next one. The next one is Quicksilver. People have been wanting Quicksilver as well. He's a fan favorite. Son of Magneto and brother of Scarlet Witch. If you've seen Age of Ultron, you'll know he died, which is very saddening. But I think he would be a very fun character for Kabam to put in a game. Number 9 is Shadowcat. I didn't know she was actually, this is what she was called. I always knew her just by Kitty Pryde, but she goes by Shadowcat sometimes. I think she'd be a really cool character, similar to Ghost Mechanics. Also another mutant that could possibly be in Apocalypse's Horseman. I've seen her shown as a horseman before, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Number 8 is Wraith. Another Spider-Verse character. Actually, I don't think she's right here. Another Spider-Verse character. She is probably, actually I should probably explain her a little bit. She's a cop, and she thinks Spider-Man's not doing a good enough job, so she decides to take matters into her own hands and become a crime-fighting vigilante called Wraith. She's in the Spider-Man game for the PS4. If y'all have played that, great game, love it. Sadly, she's not Wraith as far as I can tell. But she does go kind of on a spree towards the end of the story. But next is Thor in-game. Now we have two Thors in the game currently, but none of them are really that great. Thor Ragnarok has really high prestige, but not really much attack or defense. He's okay for war defense, but I mean, overall, there's a lot better. I think Thor in-game would be really awesome, just as long as they make him good, not a noodle, like Thor Ragnarok. So next is Scream. I don't know if it'll be on here. She's kind of more recent. Oh shoot. She came out. Her comics came out around December 2019. I recently got them from Midtown. Really good comic store. She is really cool. She's kind of got, the way I pictured it in game would be more as a Medusa sort of character. So I don't know if the game needs another symbiote or Medusa character, but she is on the list. Next up is Morbius. He was in the voting thing, the champion vote, and lost, so Kabam said he will not come out, even though he's coming with a movie in 2021. So kind of sad to see that. I've always been a fan of Morbius. I loved reading reading the comics. He appeared in SpiderMan. Yeah, overall, great character. Love him. Next up, at number 4 is Mystique. If you don't know, I posted on the forums a while ago. It was covered in one of Rich the Man's videos about a Mystique character. I kind of went over synergies, abilities she could have, stuff like that. I was really hyped up over her, and I thought she might come with Professor X, but sadly she did not, although Apocalypse is great. But now that Professor X is in game, it'd be really cool and would make sense for Mystique to be as well. So, next up is Valkyrie. Misspelled that. Valkyrie is in Thor Ragnarok. She is picked up by Thor on the junk world. I forgot the name. Wow. I think she make a great character. High utility use. She's pretty cool. I think she'd make a really good champion if Kabam do it right. But the next one is, overall, this was a really close tie with the number 1 place, Hobgoblin. He is super awesome. One of the goblins. Maybe good synergies with Green Goblin, Red Goblin, that kind of thing. Really cool character. I really like his comics. He's kind of a mercenary, capturing all kinds of other supervillains / heroes, always fighting it out with SpiderMan. He's really cool. I like him a lot. As I said, close tie with number 1. And number 1 will be the Lizard. I really like... No, he's not on here now. Oh, yeah, he is. There he is. Okay, so the Lizard was one of the first few supervillains I kind of discovered when I started reading Marvel Comics. I think he could be a potentially really great champion as long as they give him some of the abilities he should have, like regeneration, bleeds. Regeneration big, because if you've read any of the comics or seen any of the movies, you'll know that he has a really high regenerative, he regenerates his arm using the lizard formula, and eventually it turns him into the lizard, so it makes sense for him to have very high regeneration and bleeds because, well, his fingernails are sharp and he has long fangs, so that makes sense. Other mentions that I thought would make cool characters, Black Cat, Madame Web, Omega Sentinel. They would all be cool. Omega Sentinel lost to Hercules, so we won't see her in 2021. Super hyped up for the Hercules. Kind of sad that Omega Sentinel lost. Next, a few champions I think that should be buffed and would like to see buffed would be Rocket, Juggernaut, Deadpool, and Black Panther Civil War. I have a 6-star Juggernaut that I'm not very proud of, so if Juggernaut got buffed, that would be awesome. Pay attention, kabam. Deadpool X-Force has always been kind of crappy. Just needs a really big buff in general. Black Panther, fun character, but just lacks major offense skill. Big defense character. And Rocket. I've always liked Rocket. He has some pretty good damage and crit rates, but sadly, compared to many of the other champions out, he is not that great. But so my plan, as I said in the beginning, I'll be doing each month a ton of research for each character on my list, and breaking down their abilities for a future MCOC champ. I'll be starting at number 12 and working my way down to number 1, so be sure to stay tuned for all that. But that'll be all for the video. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to drop a like. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.